Okay, everyone, so you'll drive in, you'll see a sign right there in September for the Mind Under Matter campout. I'm going to give a little virtual tour of the blank space, so you're going to have to use your imagination a little bit to fill it in, but I'm making this video for not just the current Mind Under Matter fans and for us to brainstorm fun ideas, but also for people that are hoping to bring their friends and want to give them a better picture of what to expect. So this is a long road on the way in to get to the camping and then to the lake and stages, etc. But I thought I'd go through a few things on our way. So first of all, this is the check-in stand. So we'll have security, medical team, there's facilities, showers, porta potties, all that good stuff, food trucks. Now we make the long voyage to the campout. We may be doing rapid testing for COVID depending on where the world is at that point, and what's available and effective, etc. So, if you're unfamiliar with Mind Under Matter, it's a comedy, science, philosophy, art podcast, combining all of those things with a lot of absurdity and fun things that you'll learn along the way about evolution and how the brain works and that sort of thing. I'm Shane Moss, I'm half of it. The co-host is Ramin Nazer. We're both stand-up comedians with TV credits, etc., that have been friends for a long time. And Ramin has a really big Instagram following for his art. He's a really popular artist on Instagram, does a lot of cool, fun, quirky kind of memes, rememes, we sometimes call them, about the meaning of life and productivity and mysticism and all sorts of things like that. And I interview scientists for a podcast called Here We Are. For the past 8 years, I've been interviewing scientists about how the brain works and why we spend money in the way that we do and that sort of thing. Fields ranging pretty much all over the place: biology, psychology, neuroscience, evolution, economics, all sorts of things. And so we've combined forces for this podcast. Ramin has his own podcast called Rainbow Brain Skull, where he interviews creatives and mystics and stuff. So we kind of have like a little bit of a yin-yang thing going on. Have been great friends and collaborators for years. Ramin's one of the quickest, funniest people on earth, and I'm good at blabbing about science concepts in an accessible way. And so we combined forces for a show that he does all of the art for it, and there's different art pieces for each episode, and we have an amazing editor and all of that. So this Campout Festival, which is about 20 minutes from downtown Raleigh, at the beautiful Lakeside Retreats. It's September 9th through 11th, with camping until Monday the 12th, early check-in day on Thursday the 8th, and artist optional check-in day on the 7th. And part of the reason why we put it together is we have so many amazing artists in our community. Ramin makes a lot of art about art, so he has a big artist following. I've done psychedelic comedy show tours, and I've met a ton of great artists from that. So we're making this festival, we're bringing Mind Under Matter to life and having that vibe all through it with a ton of music and stuff. So here is the camping field. Here's an auxiliary field to give you a sense of how much space there is. And so we probably won't need that auxiliary field, but might be a nice place to go fly a kite or whatever from time to time. Other things that require lots of space. And this camping field, so I was here when there was about 500 people attending an event, and the camping field was maybe half full or so. So you can see it stretches for, that's a semi-trailer in the background over there. We're going to have this area for like a early risers area, so people that want to get away from people having campfires super late at night or whatever. So anyone can stay up as late as they want and go to bed whenever they want and wake up whenever and play music in the morning while they're making breakfast or whatever and not disturb anyone else. And we're also going to have, aside from the main stage, which you'll see when we get to the lake, we're going to have a bunch of artists having, like over in here, we're going to have kind of like little jamboree area, little town. And then there might be some art tents and things right around here. Share some pictures on the site of what some of the tents and stuff set up with projection mapping and things. And we're thinking about having some live podcasts here, just like a 1 amp or maybe even not even amplified, so just like 30-40 people can get around and hear a podcast without also disturbing any campers or anything, just kind of one of the many side events. We're going to have movie screening of my documentary Psychonautics, a comics exploration of psychedelics, be on Amazon Prime here one night with some other stuff like that that we'll be doing, and then more on projector stuff in a minute. But this we're calling Artist Row. So all along this road we're going to have pop-ups where our insane number of artists from our community are going to come and show off a bunch of their stuff. We got people, painters of course, but also things like people that crochet, people that we have a guy that was on the History Channel show Forged here, forging some stuff, making who knows, a sword or something. So just a big variety of a lot of cool stuff. We're now approaching the artist hospitality yurt, and then there's security and medical staff around here just to keep everyone safe and feeling comfortable, and being there if someone gets dehydrated or whatever. There's water stations all over the place. A lot of shade around here. Here's the sound and lighting booth and this lake stage area here. So let me talk about, as I go over to this area where we're going to have kind of lawn games and stuff like that, before I go over to where there will be the wellness area and the science talk area and comedy area as well. There's going to be a bunch of different things to do. We're expecting to sell 1,000 tickets, get them while they're hot. At the time I'm recording this, we're running an early bird sale of $222, and camping is included, and you get a gift bag with one-of-a-kind merch that you can't get anywhere else. Stuff from like big tours I was on before COVID shut things down, and stuff that you'll only be able to get in those gift bags. And if you aren't interested in those things, believe me, some people here will. So you could gift them to people and make a new friend, which is a big part of what we're hoping to do with this. See all this nice shaded area. I think it's 4 in the afternoon here. So there's going to be plenty. The stage is the main area in the field with camping. And so there's plenty of spacious areas like this that will set up for various lawn games and stuff where you can break off and have a picnic, fire up a grill. We're working on getting someone here each day to like roast a pig over here and throw a barbecue for everybody. We're gonna have a variety of food trucks and alcohol vendors, some microbrews and stuff like that gonna be coming through. We've already sorted, have a good start on a lot of these, but if you happen to have any ideas of anything in particular that you like, or things from other various festivals or whatever that you've been to that you really enjoyed, let us know. And you can always email us at mindunderfest@gmail.com, which is included in the link below, which I would love for you guys to leave some comments and especially questions or suggestions that you have at all. There's all sorts of hiking trails around too, by the way. And so as we head back over to the lake stage and then go across to the other side of the lake, I'll tell you how this all came together. A listener of the show heard us talking about wanting to do something of this, happens to own this property, and also happens to, for his main occupation, he has a live entertainment production company called Life is Art that rents equipment for like huge concerts, and also does the lighting for them and projection mapping. So we're going to have pro level audio and lighting experience here. I've posted some pictures of some of that on the mindunderpod.com website, so you can have a look at what some other festivals have looked like, and we're going to be one-upping some of those too, and doing an event that's a little bit bigger, so we'll have a few more things going on. So check out Life is Art, and check out all the kind of lighting and cool stuff that they do if you want to get a sense. Also by the stage area, I forgot to mention, there was a picnic table by the stage there, and that's where we'll have stand-up paddleboard rentals. So if you've never tried stand-up paddleboarding before, there's going to be at least 6 of them around, 6 or 8 of them around. Someone giving instructions too. They're pretty easy, fun thing to do, and way to cool off and get some sun. Here's some outdoor showers here. So this is going to be the wellness kind of woo-woo area. Before we get to the science area, we have kind of these two, the yin and the yang over here. So here's this nice, awesome sauna over here. We're gonna have ice baths, and then down in this peninsula, we're going to have yoga classes from time to time. There's masseuses coming that are gonna set up massage tables, and other than things like massages, which will be a charge because of supply and demand, of course. Things like the yoga classes and the stand-up paddleboarding and stuff are included in the ticket. And as we make our way over here, there's another small little peninsula with a couple of yurts on it for our 2 lunatics, which, if you're familiar with the show, you'd know about our Patreon stuff, but here's a little private area where you could have a little space to yourself. But there's a bunch of private little areas around, so this is more just on the way to other stuff. And now we are approaching Science Land. So over in here, we're going to have a bunch of people giving science talks. I have a paleontologist confirmed who's going to be bringing casts from bones from potential very, very old ancestor of humans, and they're going to be also, if you have like rocks or fossils or whatever that you think you collected, you can bring them and they'll take a look. Stephen Churchill from Duke. So Raleigh has the research triangle, including Duke University and Chapel Hill and North Carolina State University, and so they have some of the best researchers around. So we're having a bunch of different people in this area all through the day giving talks. We'll start the talk as music ends and bands are changing out. There's about an hour, between each band to change out the main stage and everything. So they'll start the talk then, and then you can ask questions all while the music's playing and stuff afterwards. It's on the they're supposed to be building a geometric dome here to have projection art shows and stuff. You'll just have to keep up with Mind Under Pod Instagram. But as you can see, you can make your way around the lake here as we're going to the comedy area, and there's plenty of little shaded private areas that you could have all to yourself. And we picked a 1,000 people attendance because we thought 500 just didn't really fill it in quite enough to have the various areas and to have people actually attend them and have it be worth booking scientists and all of the artists that we have planned on coming and all the bands and everything. And so, we just want to put on a really special event, and that's the number that felt right, where it'll still be plenty of space for everyone around this lake and in the field. And like you saw, there's a whole other field potentially for camping if we feel like we need it at all. And now we're approaching this is a bit of a dam. We're gonna call it the Best Damn Comedy Show. Gonna have a little intimate comedy show in here. Just gonna figure out the structure of it, but a little secret thing that you can sneak away from, get away from the crowd, enjoy a little comedy, have a little walk on the way. So leave any comments, questions in the comment section, and be happy to try to answer all of them for you. Look forward to seeing you guys in September.